Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, Haitian Goddess? Oh, Joy. What's going on, Joy? Indigo Blue, ME. What's up? Whew. Just giving it a little more time. What's going on, Blue Flame? Happy late Mother's Day to the people I ain't get a chance to say it to. All y'all good mamas out there. Oh boy. Speaking of mothers, we got a really decent prayer today. A real decent prayer. First of all, Joy, Spirit want to tell you that you're doing a great job in life. Ah. Give it a little more time. Oh boy. All right, we almost on that 3 minute mark, y'all. Ugh, I had to. Hey, I am. When I tell you guys, I am sore. I am sore under here. I am sore. I did some work this weekend, and I am tuckered. Tuckered out. All right, hey, so don't mind me yawning. I mean, I'm really tired. This ain't spirit right now. This is nigga been grinding on the spiritual tip. Nigga been grinding on the spiritual tip this weekend. I'm tired. Oh, oh. Sybil with a scythe. Bad combination. Bad combination. Sybil with a scythe. Ocean goddess with a scythe. Come on, Sybil. Did you know that name meant ocean goddess? There's a very malevolent ocean goddess out there named Sybil. I don't think she carry a scythe. You added that part. Basquiat. I'm gonna learn how to say that name. Terra Basquiat. Basquiat. I get it. All right, everybody. So today, shit, I'm yawning again. Come on, Spirit. We got to get through this shit. I got too much to do. You kept me woke this weekend. Keep me woke now. All right, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about. It's going to be a controversial ancestor. As it is, damn, I think every last single one of the ones I do is controversial. Let me put my amulet out in case any negative people throwing any hexes my way. I need to block that shit. That's be going on too, boy. I got emails. I ain't willing to share them emails with y'all. I ain't even finna get a bullshit no energy. But today we're gonna talk about a very controversial issue when it comes to ancestor prayers. Now, I don't think spirit allows me to take upon anything in my life if it's not relevant to be shared with you guys. Now, I say that again, and I'm going to say it in a different way. I don't think spirit would allow me to experience anything and overcome it to the point where I'm supposed to keep it to myself. I'm supposed to share these messages with you all, and you're supposed to share messages with each other as well. Oh, she said it. Y'all give me 1 second. She corrected me. Basquiat. Basquiat. Okay, gotcha. Terror by scared. Gotcha. I'm still country as fuck, so it's gonna sound a little brr, but I got it. So what I've been going through right now in my lifetime is I've been called to pick back up the mantle of working with at-risk youth, toxic children, uh, kids that people just thrown away, that said wasn't no good, that type of energy. So as I was doing work, and again, I think I got a total of 2 hours sleep. If you look at my prayer closet, every damn thing lit up, and I lit up every last saint around my house. I lit them all up. I even went to my Baron outside. I even went to his house outside, the shack I made for him outside, and I lit that bitch up. I've been doing work. I have to get a lot of cleaning and shit in perspective. But I've been called back to work with at-risk youth and kids and children, dads, men and girls and boys that are disenfranchised and everything like that. That just has an attitude and an issue. So I was praying last night, saying, "What can I think about?" Again, people, your boy running off of 2 hours of sleep. So I said, Spirit, what can I talk to these people about right now? I said, you got Mother's Day passing. I said, I don't want to be a cliche YouTuber and talk about, oh, happy Mother's Day and talk about some Mother's Day shit. You have the planets that's going to be aligned. All 4 to 5 planets going to be aligned up. I'm doing something on that for you too within the next day or two. So I said, what can I do to talk about, to really mean something when it comes to ancestor prayers? And then I said, what about kids that was just so fucking bad? Everybody thought they was a piece of shit. And some of them probably were. People are born bad, you know that. What if we prayed for them? The kids that was just misunderstood. The kids that just couldn't get the shit right. The kids that just couldn't get it together. And some of y'all motherfuckers was them kids. Some of you were them bad ass little kids that ran around, no drawers on, no shoes, no socks, kicking everybody's ass, stealing from the corner store, whooping, bullying people and shit. Still no drawers. I don't know why bad kids don't wear the underwear. I never got that shit. When I was growing up, I used to see the little bad kid. Boy never had on more. The boy never had on underwear. Your mama ain't dad ain't buy your underwear. Oh, do you know fucking underwear? He said this shit at 8 years old, so oh, I don't know if he's an adult man that don't wear underwear or adult woman that don't wear underwear, but all little bad kids in my generation never wore underwear. It's like they just walked out the door without the shit. Yeah. Didn't need them. oh, Sybil, you know this shit. Sybil, Sybil with a sight. That makes sense. You was bad. You didn't wear underwear. You was beating people up half naked. Oh my God, it makes sense. Now listen, I'm gonna joke about it, right? Because it's a fun thing. But yes. So I say, why can't we pray for them? Because all jokes aside, some of those kids wasn't bad. Some of them had mental issues. Some of them just was depressed. Some of them were going through shit at the house. And the ones that expired early probably was doing something they ain't had no business doing, sticking a fork in the light socket, drowning each other's in the pool and shit, rough housing. Like I'm gonna say about 10 years ago, here in Central Florida. I'm gonna say 10, 12 years ago here in Central Florida, there was this daycare, and they recorded this whole motherfucking thing. The baby had to be 2 or 3, and the little kid had to be about 7 or 8. And man, what he did to that infant, only God gonna forgive that little joker there. I mean, he had on his little Timberland boots and his little tank top and his little jeans. I don't know if he had on drawers. The camera was grainy. But man, he kept dropping elbows in that little baby. Wow. He set the baby set the baby up, and the little boy like ran from the wall and did a sliding double foot kick and shot that baby. When that baby shot off that camera, oh Jesus, it blew my mind, and I'm surprised they showed that on the news, right? So I was like, the fuck just happened? The little boy didn't get arrested because he was too young. Parents didn't get arrested. Nobody got charged with shit. And it was a little girl baby too. And I don't know what happened because I ain't hear no more. I just know they ain't even shut the daycare down. And I was thinking, and last night I was thinking, what can cause a kid to have that much aggression, that much energy, that much nonsense, violence, pent up in them, that they would pull a shit like that. And then I had to think, since some old heads can take over children or come back and live through children and grow them up in a decent, nice way, you got an old soul. Who's to say the piece of shit ancestor that died as a youth, that didn't get to motherfucking create as much carnage, hassle, and strife, who's to say they don't get to come back too? Who's to say they don't get to take a kid who mama ain't loving them, who father ain't caring for them, a kid that's depressed, sad, and lonely? That opening in the mind seeps up in that nasty ancestor energy, that toxic fuck shit get up in there and cause that kid to act out. And it don't even be that kid. It be some generational imp, some bullshit ancestor from our generation that done infiltrated that baby and got him or her doing dumb shit. And we beating the hell out of the kid. We sitting up there punishing the fuck out the kid. We sitting up there stripping the kid of all his civil liberties and standing in the corner, no cell phone, no TV. Now I believe in being ass. I'm gonna stop you right here. If you think the Baron is Saul, I believe in putting that belt on them kids' asses. It is the way. I believe in beating ass, because that's the way you do it. What I am totally against is after you beat a kid ass, you punish them again. You make the kid choose. You want this ass whooping or you want the punishment. If you want to go in there and be alone, you cool. But if you take the 30 seconds of ass licking, go on your ass back outside and just know that same option gonna be available to your ass. See, I ain't gonna say people don't know how to parent, but I got a different parenting style and it's working quite well. But I see parents dealing with what I deal with at-risk youth, and they'll sit up there, mollywop the kid, pop, 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 pop. Now go to your fucking room. Stay in there. Don't come out. I know every time I mimic an angry woman, I know it sounds like my grandmama, but she can curse. So y'all forget. I'm like, why is my grandma talking in my head? Go in your fucking room, bitch. Why my grandma talking? we got our family real for it. So I got to thinking, because I'm working on a program and things, and I gotta get this done by June, July. And I was praying, how can I help these kids? I can't help these kids unless I understand where they're coming from. I can't help these children unless I understand what situation these kids are facing. Not at home. We all know that at-risk youth, they have the worst upbringing. They have a fucked up home life. Parents don't care for them. Daddy ain't there. Mama probably ain't there. Grandma taking the little SSI money. I mean, I'm stepping on toes. I mean, lift your feet up and walk the fuck on. Shit like that. And nobody's giving the kid attention. Nobody's nurturing the kid's gifts, talents, treasures, none of that shit. So then I have to think, what can make a fucking kid, him or her, go to the extreme that every time you look at them, they're considered bad children. They're considered misbehaving children. They're considered at-risk youth. They're considered the scum of the earth. Don't want to be around them. Clean up, stay hidden, get out my face. Don't ask me for nothing. Fuck because you're hungry. Fuck because you're dirty. What? You think them kids learning that shit from Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube? That's a funny fucking app. That app distracts them. Have him looking at dumb shit. Motherfucker wrestling a boa constrictor to get his neck broke. That's funny to them kids. That ain't causing that kid to act up at home. That ain't causing that kid to lose respect for himself, for themselves. That's not causing them kids to just walk around wearing no drawers. That is ancestor energy, toxic ancestor energy, mainly from older ancestors who's trying to live through those kids and the kid can't process in his brain. But more than likely, it's for ancestors who passed away that was children themselves. Now, I heard somebody say, an ancestor can't be a child. An ancestor has to grow to adulthood because it needs to learn. They say if a child dies as an ancestor, they don't come back as an ancestor, they come back as a family spirit. And you can't utilize that ancestor or you can't do anything with it. And I said, well, that don't sound too good. I say, because I know many of mamas that lost babies through, through abortions and through, miscarriages, and that baby come through and that baby is giving them intelligence, talking, communicating. So I was talking to the guy and I had to dismiss that shit quick. I say, because if you're not bringing in that infant that passed away that could have lived the life, because keep in mind, everything is a story. Every story is repeated. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna do a segment on that, and you guys, I hope you guys understand that that's very deep magic. That's old Council of Troy. That's Council of Nicaea. That's the Council of everything magic there. Everything is a story. Everything starts off as a seed. Everything is a story, and it come back around. So this version of you will live again. It's a whole big magical thing. They don't even write books on this shit no more. But then I said, these toxic ass little kids can be sitting up here. I say these toxic ancestors can be sitting up here causing these kids to act away because they're bitter, because they're angry, because they didn't get to live out their life. Maybe they did some shit again, stuck a fork in a light socket, died. Maybe they was sitting up there fucking around and fucking with a horse back in the old days and the horse kicked the head, goddamn, clean off the shoulder. Maybe these kids were lynched. Maybe these kids were doing bad shit around a lake, a pool, and drowned. But the bottom line is they didn't get to live out their life. And then when you see another kid your age resonating with your frequency and you're an ancestor who didn't get to do shit, I'm gonna come back and live through that kid. And because the energy is different, the ionosphere is different than when you live, you got a little bit more power, you got a little bit more energy, you got a little bit more distraction, a little bit more imagination can permeate through here. Because that toxic ass ancestor kid is living from the past and for the present, hoping for the future. So it goes like that. And I say, if I'm going to deal with these at-risk youth, if I'm going to deal with these kids trying to change their hearts, their mind, their soul, I need to come in this game not trying to change their living situation, not trying to change their circumstances right now. I need to come in with the energy to eradicate toxic ancestor energy via the kids. They all say, I believe the children are the future. You think they were just talking about living children? When kids pass away, parents cry that that kid come back in another form. It don't come back right then. Don't come back 100 years. But that ancestor come back because that request was put out there. And that ancestor could be a real piece of crap ancestor kid. And it comes back and it takes over your child. And you wonder why your child acting like a goddamn asshole. Sometimes it's not a curse. Sometimes it's not a spirit. Ain't nobody throwing spells on kids to make your kid act the fuck up for you to lose your motherfucking job or your livelihood or your mind. I don't think people do curses like that. And if it is, I don't think there is a curse like that. And if it is, I bind that motherfucking curse to the pits of hell, bottom of the sea, under a goat foot. That's that. But it is a such thing as a badass ancestor child who just didn't give a fuck, just didn't care. Kid was born bad. An ancestor probably linked on to him. He passes as a young age. Ancestor link on to him. He passes as a young age. Ancestor link on to him until they learn I'm doing shit that got me passing. I'm taking over all these bodies and I ain't living. So now they grow themselves up and now they become toxic as adults that spread that hatred, poison, and seeds. I hope y'all can follow what I'm trying to say. It plays out in my head, but sometimes I don't know if it plays out. I don't know if you guys get the vision. Because I'm really trying to let you guys know what we're going to be praying for here. We're praying for little children of our ancestor lineage that was mistreated, misunderstood, or just fucking horrible all out. We're praying for them to get out of our lineage, to get healed if they want to, borrow a little energy to be healed. But if they don't see the necessary to be healed and they can't understand it, then how about you get your ass to the deep dark oceans of my goddamn mind? Stay your ass down there where you can't do no harm. So parents, aunties, uncles, grandmas, whether you got kids or not, this is a prayer that you're going to have to say on your neighbor's badass kids, on your nieces and nephews. You following me? Nobody can escape this motherfucking prayer. Well, I ain't got no motherfucking children. Sure you do. You got nieces, you got nephews. As long as they in your bloodline, they carry your name or they got your skin color or something like that, you got children. And you got a responsibility to heal toxic ancestor energy, not just from some creepy ass adult ancestor that passed. We got to start hitting this bitch where it lies, in the kids. Because let me tell you something, being a psychologist and understanding how at-risk youth work on a 3D level, an emotional level, half of the parents that turn out to be horrible parents is due to the kid, is due to them defending the child. Now let me get you straight. You're supposed to protect your baby 100%. I'll beat a kid ass over mine. I don't give a fuck. I'd smack that kid all up and down the road. Don't touch none of mine. Because they got a daddy that will fight you. And be willing to go to your parent house and beat off in their ass for raising you wrong. It is what it is. Nah. Parents typically want to work, want to provide, want to do good. But then they got this kid that's just a fucking jerk of a child, causing them trouble in school, beating up and biting the neighbors, robbing from the store, doing dumb shit. Now the parent got to swoop in and defend that child. Because they can't say, hey, take the bitch or kill the kid or do whatever. They have to defend that baby. Now, while they defending that baby, they got to bring out that darkness inside of them, because now they got to buck up and show enough and show. They got to show up and show out, buck the fuck up. All while that kid is over there calm and cool, done created this motherfucking chaos, and that little badass toxic ancestor energy that's residing in that baby is sitting up there reveling at that shit. Yeah, because it's attention, it's energy. I caused this. I'm somebody. I know this now. Yeah. So the parent end up going to their dark side, going to the dark recesses of their mind. And then after they defend their child, they want to get mad at the child and say, you caused me to do that, you little bitch, you little this, you little whore. I done heard it all, slapping the kid all around. I done seen one parent wring the kid neck and push him on out the Dollar Tree. And the boy ain't do nothing but act, hey, can I get this candy? Mama said no, he put it in his pocket. She saw him. She took it out. The store clerk didn't see him. She took it out, put it up there, and Molly walked the boy all up and shit and wringed his neck. And on the way to the car, which was a long ass walk, because I had time to look at myself in the mirror, Molly walked the boy all the way to the car. Now the boy sitting back there fuming. So imagine whatever entity or demon spirit inside that boy. Bitch, you think that was bad? what I'm gonna do next is gonna shock the shit out of you. I mean, let's think logically about it. Because we're not dealing with a flesh and blood entity, a flesh and blood kid that just has a bad fucking nature. This is a spiritual thing, people. And we need to sit up here and choke out the spiritual aspect of what's going on in these at-risk youth. These little bad kids, these wayward children. I'm sympathetic for this type of shit. Now I'm gonna read a little comment. I want to make sure y'all getting this. You know me. If I know what I'm saying in my head, I want to make sure you guys know what I'm saying. If I need to change it up, y'all Baron, I don't understand this shit, dog. It ain't working. Flip the shit around and talk about cottons and cottontails and rabbits. I do it. Yeah. Some of you guys, new kids, just what I'm talking about. Some of you guys looked around there and just knew that kid was just wasn't gonna be shit. You growing up, your parents treating you halfway decent, and they parents just letting them motherfucking run roughshod over the world. Badass kids. And you said that kid ain't never gonna be nothing. And it don't surprise you when you turn on the Channel 9 news and realize that his ass is incarcerated for doing some dumb shit. Then he don't really know what he did, or he trying to play a part just to look hard so he don't get taken advantage of where the place he or she going. And then get this shit. The parent, I couldn't do nothing about it. I did everything I can to raise that kid right. The girl just, no, you wrong. And again, if I step on your toes, pick your feet up and walk the fuck on out of here. I'm cool. I got at least 10 subscribers that'll ride with me. As parents, you guys are not doing what the fuck you can do for your child. You guys are not doing everything you can do to see that kid off in a better light. You can beat that kid ass. You can get that kid whatever the fuck they want. You can bribe that kid. You can get that kid rewards. It's cool. But have you ever went down on your goddamn knees, got in your closet, and prayed to whatever ancestor energy that is causing this motherfucking child to be such a bad fucking influence on the world, to be such an asshole of a kid? Have you ever thought about going over there to the ancestors and saying, God damn it, ancestor, get your ass up out my child. Get your ass up out my baby. Unhand my fucking kid. This is not your lifestyle. This is not your world. Bitch, you had your time and you fucked that up. Unleash this one here. This one is mine. How many parents do that? I wait. Let me see me run this bitch. Because it's honesty, right? It's a sensitive topic. But as parents, we sit up here and say, we did everything we can. And the kids still fucking turned out bad. No, you didn't. You didn't do everything you could because you prayed to a God. You prayed to a deity. You prayed to Jesus. Kids still acting out. Did you sit down and did you get in front of your ancestor altar? Did you get in front of that ancestor pot? And did you tell them ancestors go and wrestle the motherfucking ancestor that's tormenting this baby? That's what it is. I don't make no apologies about what I'm saying. Because I did spell work this weekend for what the fuck I was supposed to do. And when I got in that closet, they told me this is an ancestor issue. And you know who I'm talking to. Love you to life. This ain't a curse. This ain't a demon. This is an ancestor issue. You got a toxic ass ancestor that's reliving through them kids. Through that little boy. Through that little girl. And you can't say you did everything if you ain't willing to drop 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, one fucking full day of your time to go in your prayer closet and pray that shit up off your child. But we gonna do it today. We gonna pray that shit up right up our badass kids. We gonna pray that shit right up out our misbehaved ass children. We gonna pray that shit right up out of their lineage to where they can't learn in school, they can't get it right, always distracted. We gonna pray that shit up out their ass this morning. I don't make no apologies. I'm a spiritualist first. I'm a spiritualist first. And every aspect of spirituality need to be explored. Whether it hurts, whether it stings, whether it feels good, whether it just make you feel like you ain't shit afterwards. That's a good thing. Because it's all about feelings. And when your feelings are involved, that lets you know it's real. How you say your girl, you tell your girl or your man, I love you, baby, with a smile. Cliche as fuck. But when you sitting up there and you hurt, tears coming out your motherfucking eyes, and you just can't think, you just can't do nothing, and you want to give up, walk away, jump off a building, unreset the button and all that shit there, and then you still got to look at that person and say, I love you, baby. That's a motherfucking emotion. That's something you can hang your hat on, goddammit. That's something you mean. So why can't we take that same energy, because this kid is giving you so much strife, because these kids are giving the world so much bullshit? Why can't you take that shit when you don't want to love that child no more, and you take that shit in prayer and you say, ancestors, I'm at my wit's end. I can't deal with this shit. I want to beat this kid ass. I want to give him to the state. I want to get rid of him. Come through and fix this shit before I fix it the only way I know how, and that's going to land me in the chain gang. Or at Chattahoochee. And now trust me, I'm not visiting anybody at Chattahoochee. Them motherfuckers don't put sugar in the applesauce, I heard. And I ain't not eating no sugarless applesauce. It's horrible. Just Jazz say, when you learn better, you do better. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody gonna get this. We got control. Listen to me good. We got control over everything on this plane. As long as we breathing, feeling pain, suffering, laughing, enjoying, have desires, wants, can see color, can taste shit, we rule this domain. And if we ruling it, everything falls under us. If everything falls under you, your hands, your body, that means you have intent to put on this world. And if it's your intent for your child to do right, you explore every aspect of what can be causing that child to fuck up. It's not the televisions. It's not the programming. Viacom programmed us, my generation. Viacom did that shit to our generation. These kids got mobile apps. That shit is just a distraction from them being their greatest kind. Since Viacom programmed us, ancestors are programming them. You have a 14-year-old girl that already understands her sexuality. You got kids knowing that they want to be LGBTQ. Don't even know if they're allergic to yeast or hot dogs yet. But goddamn it, you know your sexuality. Do you think that's an emotion? That's a past energy coming back, reliving through that person. Same scenario. Kid act the fuck out. That ain't that kid. That's a past energy coming back, living through that person. How do you defeat that? By praying to a God? Or praying to the goddamn ancestor that resides in all of us, in our universe, in our God? Ancestor, handle that. I can't create a better lineage if you allowing this toxic ass ancestor to boil up. Put him down. Bind him. If he don't want to change, or he can't live vicarious through seeing this baby grow up, living, getting the future, then get him out the lineup and get him out the mix. It's a special place inside my head and my heart for all toxic motherfucking ancestors. It's a special place. Y'all stay there. And I come every day and throw cold water on your ass in my mind to let you know, bitch, you don't just live here free. Do y'all understand? We have to start doing better. Tamiko, you say, what if they are 38 years old? Talking about the child 38 years old, they still somebody's baby. And that's still a toxic ancestor. Keep in mind, I'd rather have a whole ancestor than a piece of a God any day. That's still your baby. That's still their baby. You pray that you get rid of that adolescent ancestor that was causing trouble. Age don't make a difference. I'm just referring to the youth because that's what I'm dealing with. Again, you could have probably been one of the bad ones. I could have probably been one of the bad ones. I ain't know what the fuck my mama would beat me for. Cause once you see a kid and he do something and you start whooping their ass, that ancestor energy haul ass, and that kid be like, "What I do? I didn't do nothing wrong." That shit is real. That kid don't know what the fuck they did because that's not their nature. That's a control issue. Spiritually. Then after you done beat the kid ass, the kid is fuming, more anger, more rage, more I want to escape from here. I want to go into fantasy land. As that kid go into fantasy land, just like you did, I did. That toxic ass ancestor creep back up there and take over that kid's body. So while they dreaming of some wild-eyed wanderer, that ancestor kid is plotting to fuck you up, plotting to fuck somebody up, plotting to go steal, plotting to keep the energy going because it's the attention they need. Toxic ancestor energy requires attention. Am I teaching you some people? Oh, I believe in whooping ass. Trust me. I told you, I state that shit clearly. I believe in whooping ass. I don't believe in whooping ass and then punishing the kid after. That's bullshit. That's just tyranny. You can get the punishment, and trust me, we gonna take that bitch to the wire. No game time here. Or you can take this ass whooping for 30 seconds and then go and be your happy-go-lucky self. You choose. It's an option. You don't get to take my child up and through there, ancestor. You don't get to do that. If you are taking up space inside my child's mind, no matter the age, if you are a toxic ass adolescent kid that didn't get a chance to grow up and you, okay, again, I'm gonna step on some motherfucking toes. God dang on. But y'all gonna have to subscribe for me one day. Y'all gonna like, fuck Baron. He talk too goddamn much. He hit on toes. Think about the adult male, the adult woman, adult now. Let's think about them. They don't want to pay their bills. They don't want to take care of their kid. They would like to sit around and chill, don't do nothing, don't want to work, don't want to do a fucking thing. Do you think that is because they grew up that way, that they don't have wants, desires, that they don't want the nice cars, house, fancy shit? No. That's because they have an adolescent mindset. And what causes an adolescent mindset? An adolescent spirit. What can cause an adolescent spirit? An adolescent ancestor influence. Step that bitch up. It steps itself up until it gets to the top. And that's when you got trouble. You see 60-year-old men running around here with their pants hanging off their motherfucking ass. Still trying to be a player at 60. Nigga, 10 more years, your shit ain't gonna work. Settle down. Get a wife. You see women out here, to which I was gonna do a true, and this is a true spook story coming up about this. Her name Claudette. I'm gonna say Miss Claudette, one of my mama good friends. Y'all gonna understand the story when I tell you. Miss Claudette is 72 years old. She kind of bad, but she kind of got a fly shape to her. I seen her about 3 years ago when I went to the Legion. She's still doing the same motherfucking thing. Still wearing the leather tights. Still dance hall queen at 72 years old. Probably been touched by every nigga in the joint. Every young nigga and old nigga. Why didn't that woman grow up? Because nobody prayed that adolescent ass spirit off her ass. And she's still chasing whatever the fuck she chasing in these clubs at 70 fucking 2 years old. You still ain't gonna get it. Do you work? No. Did you save up for Social Security? No. You got a car? Do you got a house? No. You living in the same goddamn project I grew up in, and I'm in my 40s. You understand where I'm coming from, people? Nobody understood how to help because nobody was talking about ancestor energy. But the way we're going to help is not going to be from a Jesus. It's not going to be from an Orisha. It's not going to be from a Santeria. It's going to be from us tackling our problems within. And that's going up there fucking up them ancestors who are causing toxic energy. We celebrate the great ancestors when they come down and they chop a bitch head off in our dreams with a machete, or they come through and they give us a spell or help us out of a situation. But we never want to confront the toxic ancestor that's fucking up our lives, our relationships, our money. You wonder why you always arguing with somebody on your job. It's because you ain't really dealt with that inner child. Oh shit. Did I just use a word they use in spirituality all the time? Talk to your inner child. Your inner child is suffering. What's your inner child? Your inner child is not you. Your inner child is not you. Your inner child is that ancestor energy that is still permeating. That is still right there. Apologize to it, love it, do something for it. But don't just let it run roughshod in your life. If we change the way we think about our spirituality and we change the way we think about ourselves, that our women are our gods, it is what it is. Our men are our kings. And if we can get that down packed and understand that concept, God damn it, we can rule the world inside us and outside us. I know I talk a little. I know I talk some crazy shit, and I know my mind may be far out there and shit. I believe in throwing eggs in the air and seeing if they gonna crack. I believe putting the egg on the hot concrete, see can I bake the bitch. I done did them experiments. I'm crazy. I get it. I get it. I done put an apple in the freezer frozen and hit a bitch in the head with it. I done did that. So I'm fucked up in the head, and I know this. But what I do know is I'm handling all my toxic traits, not via psychology, not via prayer. I'm handling all my toxic traits via busting them ancestors in their ass who are not serving me for my greater good. Because you know what that do? That shows you're taking responsibility. And when it comes to these children, they can't take responsibility because they haven't gained it yet. They don't understand what it is. So guess who is on the hook for that shit, mama? Guess who's on the hook for that, papa? Guess who's on the hook for that? Your ass. Me. If my kid do something stupid, I'm on the hook for that. Because did I do everything I did to go in that closet and pray for that kid to get right? Did I burn a candle saying, ancestor energy, you negative bitch, get off my child, get off my daughter? I don't care the age. If you're a parent, you still responsible to burn that shit up off that baby. You somebody's baby. And grandma used to always pray for y'all ass. You think grandma was praying to Jesus Christ? Grandma was praying to whatever the hell could hear her or him to come and remove that shit. And it worked. Because sometimes she put that ancestor in a box and put that ancestor somewhere else, and you don't get to live here, demon. She may call him out his name. But all in all, we knew what grandma was praying for. My grandma used to tell me every day, it ain't you, baby, that's the problem. It's that demon inside of you. It's that spirit inside of you. It's that janky bitch that want to live again. I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm still thinking about the devil. She said it was that janky bitch that wanted to live again. As I grew up and understood magic and spirituality, demons don't want to live again because they never lived in the first place. Well, do want to live again, and get this, it's mind-blowing. What did live again was an ancestor. It's that jinky bitch who wants to live again. That's an ancestor. That's a janky, immature, adolescent acting as ancestor. And grandma was praying that shit up out of our generation, out of our lineage. Now y'all know y'all got to do the same. People, am I making sense? So we can all call toxic ass youth ancestor a janky bitch. Can we call? I know we can't call a real kid a bitch, but can we call this toxic ass ancestor a janky bitch? That my grandma. The first time I heard that word outside of Scooby Doo and Shaggy was my grandma. Jinkies. What the fuck that mean? Jinkies. I thought that was like somebody with jinxed. Grandma say, "Oh, you a jinky bitch. You a janky bitch, a jinky bitch, whatever you want to call it, depending on what southern town you in." What? Yo, Tamiko, don't say that. Don't say that. I ain't need to read that. Got his baby boy addicted to coke at 11. What the fuck in the world of DMX is we talking about here? How can you put that cocaine to that baby face? He just, damn, he just buried it. Oh my lord! Now that motherfucker need to be put in the who's cow, the Chattahoochee, with that applesauce situation. Talking about making him a man by sitting up there letting him snort coke. Listen, back in my day, your daddy made you a man. They brought you a fucking prostitute. Boy, go in the room, put on this rubber here, and see what you got. It shouldn't take long. Just getting your nut cracked. My brother was in there for a minute. I don't know what the fuck that boy was in there doing, but he was there for a minute. It ain't take no 5 minutes. That nigga was there for at least 40. That my older brother, y'all. His daddy was cool as fuck. Hey, listen, Sanila Rogers. This is what the old head. This ain't how I think. This is what the old head did. So don't come for me now. Y'all don't get on my ass now. I'm telling you what happened in my childhood and how my brother daddy handled my brother. So we all went. He was older than me. We all went to the whole house. So they called it the skin house, but we all went there. I sat in the living room in the chair and he paid his little $30, $40, however much. And brother emerged the man. Cut his Jerry curls off afterwards, so shit, that's what's up. But back to this right here. We have to sit up here and do better as parents. We can't sit up there and expect the kid to grow out of some shit, although they do. But we have to get our ass in that closet and we have to pray that ancestor energy up off that kid. Even if you don't want to believe that there's a toxic ancestor in your beautiful bloodline, I get it. Royalty is royalty. Then you pray to the better ancestors to come and subdue the emotions of that child so that that child can be better in life, be better adapted to live, not be so angry, fussy, and fighty. And flighty. You got kids that just want to get the fuck away from a situation. As soon as they get away from the situation and they off on their own, they do well. But then as soon as they come back around the family, they start going down. Ancestor energy attaches itself back. Triggers, spiritual triggers and things. Magic, we got a lot to talk about, people. And I'm here for every last bit of it. I'm gonna teach y'all about all this shit. And hopefully somebody taking notes and they'll put all this shit together and say, God damn, this nigga is a genius. But that's what I'm praying for today. As I sit up here and work on these programs, how to come at these youth, how to treat them with respect, but how to make sure I heal them after talking to them, because you can't bring spirituality inside a classroom setting, separation of church and state. I get it. But when you talk about the ancestor, that's not spirituality, that's cultural. You see how spirit working it out? They wouldn't give me a task and a mission like this to heal the youth if they wouldn't give me the right understanding on how to do it. And the way we heal ourselves, and the way we heal our youth, and the way we heal our troubled ass fucking children, if we pray to our ancestor to remove that shit, or we bind whatever negative fucking ancestor that don't want to buck the fuck up and change to the deepest parts of our emotional hell. Let you go in there and let you deal with all our fears. Let you deal with leeches sucking on your ass every night. Let you deal with the werewolves and the spiders and the rats coming out the closet fucking with you. You handle that fear. If you so badass, you take on that issue. Allow the rest of our ancestors to build us up and empower us. We'll give you something to motherfucking do. Am I making sense? My biggest fear, my worst ancestor energy is down there handling that shit there. And I was able to walk past a snake the other day on the ground, didn't even flinch. I looked at that bitch and say, "Oh, good job, toxic ass ancestor." And I laughed at the shit. Snake wasn't fucking with me, I ain't fucking with him. And I'm gonna say I used to be afraid of giant snakes, but nah, I couldn't even watch them on TV. Oh my God, look at the head of that snake. Click. Now I seen a Russian man cook him up. I say, that's hard in Russia. Boy, it's hard in Russia right now. They eat snakes, y'all. I ain't even think a snake lived in ice. But they found one and they ate him. Shit hard, boy. Shit hard. But yeah, the ice snake got ate, baby. But yeah, I walked past a snake on the ground and the motherfucking snake looked at me. I looked at him. I typically jump and run, probably fall on the ground, fall on the snake, roll on the ground. Snake come over there and bite me on the ass and go about the business. Motherfucking fool. Nigga, only thing you had to do was just run that way. I couldn't catch you. But I would come and walk right past and looked at him. That let me know I'm putting my ancestors in the right slots, in the right boxes. You toxic, super badass bitches, super Negro ancestors, super spirits inside of us. You go down there and you fight my fears. You go down there and you fight my demons. That's what you do. You fight my sexual urges. You fight my motherfucking problems, my insecurities. That's what you do. You fight that shit. But everything that's good for me, let the other ancestor take that. You gonna get a little energy. I pray for you too. But you don't get to come up here to the surface because you're not good for me. And that's what our children are going through right now. We need to teach them and pray to our ancestors to bind all this badass adolescent energy to the bottom of the pits and let it deal with all these insecurities and emotions that we face and that our children face, and allow nothing but the goodness to come up to the top, right? And then watch the difference. We ain't got no bad children, people. We ain't got no lost generation. Everything could be handled. This weekend when I was doing my spiritual work, I was praying to their ancestors to come in and wreck that goddamn shit. Beat the ass of the ancestor that's causing these children to act the fuck up. Let's put this shit in perspective here. You ain't raised a bad kid. You did everything you can. You wanted to show your child love, affection. You wanted to give your child whatever. But due to the toxic energy of the ancestor coming up, pissing you off, you lost your cool. Due to your toxic ancestor coming up inside of you, you couldn't motherfucking see or recognize what it is inside the kid that needed to be changed. This is real talk here, people. No games, no cliche words, no bullshit. Take responsibility. Let's pray that ancestor up out of our asses. Let's pray that shit up out of our kid. You can't say you did everything as a parent if you don't want to sit your ass up there and take 30 minutes out your goddamn day to pray for your child. Grandma dead. She ain't doing it no more. It's your job. It's falling on you. Do y'all hear me? That's right, Von B. Get a back with something to do. There you go, Queen Beijing. You know it. Bonita Sutton, you see it. Melanated Goddess. Love you, darling. We got this. We got this shit. We working. Haitian Goddess. Nice cowboy hat. Joya. Hey, everybody. We got to do better, right? We got to do better with this. We gotta do better. We gotta stop and listen to me good. I ain't telling nobody to fuck over your spiritual belief. I get it. I listen. Without my Baron, I believe in him 100%. I would have been gone. I feel, but we gotta stop giving outside spiritual influences too much power over our person and ourselves and our lives. We got our government for that shit. Let them do that shit. That's their job. Evidently, they done made themselves masters of that shit. But I ain't gonna get in my political views on this bitch right here. But when we sit up there and we sit up here allowing our spirits and our spirituality to be attacked and governed by some outside forces that we have no understanding, don't know who they are, don't know where they come, that we have to do more research on the internet to learn who is Lakshmi, and then got to learn what Baal can do, what Malak can do, what Baron can do. We have to sit up there and do so much research. Then we come to a conclusion of our own understanding. This is what this person can do, and then we say, "Nah, we don't want that shit." Or, "Yeah, I'm gonna attach myself to this one," knowing you ain't got the right energy, the right strength pattern, the right mindset to even deal with that particular entity. But you know what? You got the right mindset to deal with you. You got the right mindset to deal with everything that was inside of you. You got the right mindset to deal with everything that came before you. You got the right mindset to deal with everything that's going to come after you. You use the outside spiritual influences to help you with your intent, to help you over the edge. Every spirit, every entity, every deity is a pencil. But you know who write the motherfucking rules of that bitch? Me. How do I learn how to write the rules of this bitch? By my ancestor teaching me what to write. By me going deep inside and understanding my need, writing it on a piece of paper, parchment, petition, and then saying, "Hey, spirit, could you come over here and deliver this bitch for me to where I needed to go?" Broke that bitch down just simple as fuck for you right there. You think like that, who can stop you? If you think that you are the God and the king of your universe, who the fuck can stop you? I can't stop you. Outside entity can't stop you. The government can't stop you. Sometimes you won't be able to stop yourself. You'll be like, "I'm winning, winning, winning. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing to win, but I'm winning." That's because you done tapped into that God energy. Your ancestors are in alignment and you doing what the fuck you supposed to do. It's when you get out of alignment or you allow toxic ancestors to creep in that bitch via ego, vice, or substance, then you start losing, fucking up, getting caught up in shit. That's the same thing going through with our kids. When they were born, they was beautiful. They was perfect. It was awesome. Some of them had little flat heads. Some of them had little flat faces. Some of them grew up with flat asses. But you know what? They was beautiful. They were yours. It wasn't until they started growing an identity, getting a mindset, that they start becoming little badass motherfuckers. Oh, you hard-headed little bitch. Ooh, I can't stand you. That wasn't your kid. That was that toxic ass ancestor trying to live again. That janky bitch. Like my grandma called him. That janky bitch trying to live again. We got to put a stop to that janky bitch that's trying to live through our children again, causing them to act the fuck up and not be them true selves. We got to get rid of them janky bitches that reside inside of our mindset, inside of our universe, our beautiful world that we want to create. Oh man, did y'all get that? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good about this one. How y'all feel about this prayer right here? Because I'm finna get ready to pray, but how y'all feel about this one right here? I know it was a controversial topic. When you talk about kids and people parenting skills, it's get you with a tender foot there. But we gotta do this. Simple with a sight. Boy, whatever state you in, I am not coming there. Boy, a sea god is with a scythe. No way. No way. And Ola Coon want to beat me up too? Let me stop messing with people. Hey, everybody, let's get this prayer on. Blue Flame, Thank you. Blue Flame got the cutest baby, y'all. Oh my God, little Venezuelan. Let me stop. Let me stop. He's not Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's Venezuelan. They don't like when I call him Venezuelan. That's the cutest kid. And by the way, I heard some talk. I got to address this. If I don't address this boy, I'm gonna get punched in the face with a crooked elbow. So, Blue Flame, baby, was the first baby born under the Soul Tribe. I kid you not, that is the first Soul Tribe baby. I know we had 2 or 3 other babies born, but that baby was the first baby born under the Soul Tribe. That's the Soul Tribe baby, y'all. And I hope she posts pictures of his cute little self in the tribe. But he got the chin, he got the little dimple. Little Venezuelan, my Venezuelan homeboy. The cute kid. Love that kid. But let's get to this prayer, everybody. I got some damn work to do. I got a lot of paper documents to sign. All right. I'll populate my ancestors and guys that answer to allow me an audience with my ancestors. Allow them to hear me. Or anybody in earshot who prays to their ancestor, put a barrier between them that they may cipher a little bit of energy, not much to kill us, hurt us, or harm us. Just a little bit for them to understand where we're coming from, and a little bit to allow them to change their circumstance if they're willing. And if they are not willing, trash them. Put them at the bottom. You know how I feel about it. Thank you. This is to our toxic youth ancestors who didn't get to complete your life cycle. I know you're angry, and I know you're hurt, and I know you're mad. I know you feel somebody didn't love you. I know they didn't think about you. I know you feel they didn't care. I know you did what you did to get attention. I understand where you're coming from, but you do not get to come up here and ruin our children. You do not get to take up any more real estate and ruin the lives of all us adults that we are trying to struggle and to make it. And you don't get to come up here with your toxic ass shit and ruin our lives just so you can get a thrill and you can get attention in some form or way or another. Whether it's a sexual thing you're going through, whether it's a anger thing you're going through, whether it's just on some jokerish bullshit you're going through. You need to be binded to the bottom of the oceans inside our mind where you can fight our demons and you can fight our battles. Put that energy to work and good use. If you're going to take up any energy space in our person, you go and you fight the negative, the nastiest shit that we can think of. Fight our fears if you so goddamn bad, but you don't get to come up into the surface and ruin our lives, ruin the lives of our children. Cost us our money, cost us our livelihood, cost some of us our lives, cost some of our children their lives, getting them to hit the reset button, getting them to identify as shit that we don't even know what it is. This is not what you get to do, you toxic little ancestor fuck. You get the hell out of our lives and you go do something with yourself. I don't give a damn if you complete yourself straight out the motherfucking bloodline altogether. All y'all toxic ass ancestors, get the fuck out of here. Do yourself a favor and go do something with your energy and fight our demons for us. You got the energy, you got the time, you got the means, you badass. Go fight them, do something, help us out, and then maybe we'll thunder back and throw you some energy and bless you up. That's the takeaway from all this. Take your hand off of every troubled child within this soul tribe. Take your hand up off of them. You don't deserve, they don't belong to you. You don't deserve that. I mean, they don't deserve that. They don't belong to you. You don't get to come fuck somebody's life up just because your shit was a shit show. You don't get to do that. I bind you and every toxic aspect of your fucking existence to the deepest parts, hellish parts of my mind. I bind you to the deepest hellish parts of their mind, to their children's mind, to the minds of the animals and the dogs that don't even have a thought concept of your motherfucking ass, because you are not gonna handle our children like this, and you are not gonna handle us like this no more. Every childish fucking act that we do as adults, I bind your sorry ass and tell you to get the fuck out of our lives, get the fuck out of our consciousness. Go be something else. Go be with somebody else. Go do something else. If you're not serving a benefit in my world, get the hell out of here. Life is too short, but life is so good. You don't get to live it and breathe this air and make these experiences if you ain't doing nothing right by us. If you ain't doing nothing right by a child, you have a mother breaking down and crying because you too busy trying to relive your shit vicariously through kids, and you're not even doing it in a good way that it's gonna bless you up. You're causing toxic energy throughout the family, throughout the world, throughout people's lives and situations. Get the hell out of here. I bind you in every way possible. In every culture, I bind your ass. I landlock your ass to the deepest parts of the ocean of our minds, to the hellish parts of our fears, to the bottomless pits of our anger and depression. I bind your ass there in every tongue, in every culture, with the power of every deity, with the power of every ancestor. I pray you remove your fucking self before we have to do it for you. You have no right to exist. You have no right to tear our world up. You have no right to make us do bad shit, to act out. You have no right to make our kids act out. You have no right to grow up with us. You don't have that privilege, that luxury. We're trying to do something. We're trying to create better ancestors, make better decisions, have better spiritual guidance. And with your nasty ass there, you ain't doing nothing but throwing a monkey wrench in the plan. So I command you, I demand you, I condemn you to every single aspect of hell to which you are trying to cause in our lives and our children's lives. You're no longer needed, you're no longer wanted. And if you decide to stay, your place, and the only place you could come, is fighting our deepest, darkest emotion, fear, sadness, depression, and strife. That's your position. You play that position, and we'll thank you on that level there. But you don't get to bubble up to the surface, and I bind you down there to where you can never find a pathway to the surface of our minds to create our bad habits. Go to hell. So mote it be, so mote it be, so mote it be. People, I am not playing. I am not playing. We got too much to do, and we are dealing with so much energy, and this toxic shit gotta stop. And this shit ain't coming from us. This shit is not coming from us. This shit is coming from ancestor energy. People that have been hurt, people that have been fucked over, and they want to live again, but they not doing it the proper way. They're not blessing us up. They're taking us down because they don't know any other way. And if we can't sit up there and put their ass in check, then we wrong. Look at that prayer hat, my motherfucking hat raised up. Y'all can see my wave cap. Don't talk about my wave cap. Yeah, me good for that shit. Baron, you wear a wave cap? Yes, I do. As I get older, I don't get baby hair no more. That shit went out the window when I turned 32. Now you gotta brush that bitch and put a wave cap on it. Yeah, ME, don't you mention that goddamn wave cap. I seen it on cap. God damn it, don't you mention it, damn it. Yeah, ain't no such thing as baby hair for old men, boy. Too late to figure it out. All right. Hey, I'm just trying to lighten it up a little bit. That was a very controversial prayer because we're praying about children, but we're praying about deceased children, deceased adolescents, and we're praying about deceased energy that's causing us to do this. Like I tell the kids I work with, everybody know what you did, how you did it, and when you did it, but nobody know why you're doing it. And the why is the biggest fucking issue that we have in our community and our culture. Nobody know why we act the way we act. Nobody know why we do the things we do. Nobody know why we can't get along with each other, come up and group. I know why. because the ancestor energy is so toxic in us, and if we don't heal it, then we ain't never gonna come together as a unit. That's all I had to say, people. I ain't gonna hold you here no longer. I gotta get to work. Oh, and that spirit wanna make me tired. He worked me through the whole day. Now you wanna let the tiredness come back. I got you. Can't take a nap. I ain't going to sleep at all. I gotta get these damn emails out. I gotta get this work done. All right. Look at my eyes. Oh my God. I am tired. I'm bitches red as shit. I'm so glad, mad, and serious now. OMG. You have to do it. Queen Basil, you have to do it. You have to do it. We have to be the right way to do things, man. We can't play no more. They taking us out. They taking spiritualists out. Everybody who claiming to be spiritualists, sages, mages, tarot readers, they taking our ass out. They're gonna try. They're gonna try everything to make us sad, make us hurt, make us fight, make us lose, make us go against each other, make other spiritual organizations come against us, and just gonna make us not want to do it. And we're gonna want to pick up some shit and fight back. But if we got a complete ancestor beside us, we're gonna let them do the work. We ain't gonna do the work. We're gonna let them do it. Y'all got me? All right, everybody. Y'all remember every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 p.m. We gotta do the premieres. Come in there, check out the chat, see what's going on. Talk trash, have fun. Lord have mercy, have fun. That's all I'm gonna say, because I know y'all gonna talk trash. Just the notes, people. If you guys have gotten a video from me, and I just have to start doing this because some of the videos be real dry, and I know you guys want the video aired, but if the energy ain't in that video, I chose not to post it because I'm wasting a lot of time, and then after I get through and I rewatch it, I'm like, man, this bitch ain't got no energy to it. Granted, the story were there, the cards were accurate, but if you come into the thing and your energy is, oh well, I don't know. I'm not posting that because people come to that channel to learn something and they like to be entertained, and we got to do it right. As long as you got the message on your own personal reading, I'm not posting no dry shit because I don't want people to waste their time. Y'all think it's not robbery to sit up there and listen to the Baron do his thing and listen to the messages out of that. I got to give you guys some the root for. So if I don't get to play your video and you send me an email, Baron, you ain't play my video, I got a whole folder of video that was garbage, and I would say, what's your name? Look your ass up. Yeah, that didn't have no energy. You got the message though, but it didn't have enough energy to go on that channel. And I got to do this, and I don't make no apologies because I get emails saying, Baron, I didn't like that one. That wasn't good. That shouldn't be on your channel. And they right. Not all videos deserve to be up there. So that's moving forward. That's how it's going to be. So select videos will be put up there. Also, I haven't decided yet, but depending on how my schedule change, I may drop the One Question Tarot down to one Tuesday a month versus two. It's really beating me up. And for all the people when I did the change who actually did the right thing and signed up, I want to thank you guys because we was having over 200 people asking questions in there, and they weren't even patrons. They were just slick robbing spirit, and that's so horrible. How you gonna expect to get a good answer from a spirit and try to do the right thing when you sitting there trying to slick rob spirit out of his energy? But you expect the word to be dropped in your goddamn lap. Don't do that, people. But now I've learned how to work that bit. If you're not a Patreon signed up paid subscriber, you do not get to come in that bitch to see the video, ask questions, or nothing. It is what it is, y'all. I mean, let's do the right thing, people. This is a whole fucking spirit, and when the spirit do the one question, y'all not asking shit like, should I go and buy a purple soda or a red soda? Y'all asking heavy ass questions. The spirit got to dig deep in your psyche in a split second. And why would you want to slick rob spirit on that level? Do the right thing. Purchase the goddamn question or something. That's my soapbox. Everybody, this Saturday coming, we're gonna be finalizing our teaching on the chakra points, and we're gonna be talking about waist beads and the proper way to wear the waist beads and everything, according to me. Before anybody jump on me and try that crazy shit, because I ain't taking no punch. I'm so unapologetic right now for my spirituality and my spiritual practices. The waist beads, according to me, on how you can better increase your spiritual energy with waist beads. We will be talking about that this coming Saturday. Guaranteed. After you see how this is, you'll understand the meaning of waist beads. You can say it's the barren version, or you could just say it's the universal version. However, but you'll understand how to wear them motherfuckers, and you'll understand what each one means. So that's going to be this Saturday. Please be in on the Patreon so you can watch that. Okay? All right, everybody. I'm finna sign out of this thing. Get on this work with the at-risk youth. Oh. Yeah, I'm tired, y'all, but I'm working. All right, everybody. I'm the Baron, telling you guys to trust in you and the universe, because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share me, and subscribe to the channel if you're really feeling it. All right? I want y'all to take care. God bless and much love. Be good, y'all.